Hi, it's Josephine from the Pointe shop. I'm fitting in San Francisco today, and I am fitting Anna Chin. And we're running into a little bit of a problem here because we're about to enter into summer intensive season. When do you leave again?
In like 3 days.
In 3 days. Okay, so she's leaving in about 3 days. She ordered 5 pairs of pointe shoes and they are all back ordered. So we're gonna have to figure out a shoe that she can take to her summer intensive. And this actually happens quite a bit. There's a lot of inventory problems in the pointe shoe world because pointe shoes are still handmade. So there is a human being hammering your pointe shoes. So there's not a lot of inventory that goes around. So that is the reason why a lot of pointe shoes are on back order all the time. So we're gonna figure out a shoe that's similar to the one that she has right now. And we'll take a look at her pointe shoes that she's currently in and try to figure out a shoe that will work for her for the summer. Awesome. Okay, so Anna, go ahead and put your pointe shoes on right now. We've had to switch some dancers into different brands. It's also really great to have a backup shoe no matter what pointe shoe you wear. But if you have a Freed or if you have something that has a specific maker, then it is important to always have backup makers and backup brands and backup models because you may get to a point where you don't have any shoes and you have to have a backup shoe for it. So this happens all over the country. We get phone calls all the time. So summer intensive, you're gone for 5 weeks?
Yes, 5 weeks.
Okay, so generally for summer intensive, it is 1 pair of pointe shoes per week. So she needs 5 pairs of pointe shoes to go through her summer intensive. So I definitely want to get something that is a little bit harder so that she can get through, but also something that is similar to what she's in right now. So go ahead and stand up for me. Okay, bring your left foot up on pointe. Step up onto both. So we already know that we like these shoes. So we're gonna keep it a little bit similar. This is a Russian made shoe. It's made in Moscow. So I'm gonna stick with that country. Come on down for me. You can take those off. So she's currently in the Grishko Nova and she likes these. It's a pretty tapered shoe and it has a smaller platform. The only thing I'm going to change though this time, I'm gonna make the platform a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. So I'm gonna keep her in a Russian shoe, but not necessarily the same brand. So go ahead and put that on for me. And this is going to give her a little bit of stability. Generally, before Nutcracker season, or if you have a show coming up or a summer intensive, you don't want to switch brands just because there's a readjustment period. But I think Anna does pretty well in pointe shoes. She's not too picky. Stand up for me. Okay, first position, demi-plie. So a lot of things that you can do if your shoes are back ordered, you can try a different width, a different model within the same brand. You can try a different brand altogether, and you can try a similar shape in a different size. So you can do a couple different things if your shoes are back ordered. Also, you can do different shanks. So she goes between a Nova Flex and a Nova, which are 2 different shank strengths, but it works for her. Bring your left foot up on pointe. Press up on both. So just from looking at her pointe shoes, it looks like she looks even more stable in this brand than the one that she was in. So that's the good news. So she looks pretty stable. Parallel for me. And that looks pretty good. The one concern that I have when we switch over to a wider platform is to make sure that her big toe's not pressing or she's not sinking, and she doesn't do either one. So I think this will be a really good shoe for her, and this could also be a backup shoe for her when she can't find her shoes. So always try different pointe shoes, different brands, different shapes to make sure that you have something that will work for you, and always have a backup plan if your shoes are going to be on back order because pointe shoe emergencies are real. I'm going to be going on tour from California to Indiana, so if you're in the area, if you want to nominate your studio to do a pointe shoe fitting, then you can email us at info@thepointeshop.com and hopefully I'll see you there.